So today we are going to do another How We Met video because the other version was more of a shorter version, didn't really include many details. So this one is going to be a longer extended version which will explain everything that happened from the beginning to the end. So I think what I really want to know is like, what was your first impression of me?
And my first impression of you was you're a very kind woman. You help a lot. And even my English level was low. You're very patient. You listen carefully and you help me. Yeah, so it was very kind. I also appreciate it. And second was you care your appearance also well. Maybe you are young. Maybe you want to be older woman. And you have very strong makeup, sparkling makeup, and longer eyebrow. Very long and smoky makeup. and I didn't think about like other ladies women, confident, perhaps outgoing, but it's like more what is it? Down, not up.
More of a not a monotone, but just but I know what you mean. Just someone who just had like a flat.
Oh yeah.
Tone.
You're more. I can say calm down. You're calm.
Okay, but I think that's pretty normal. Like when we see people, we kind of have these certain thoughts.
Dianna, interview. Hello, Dianna. 안녕. Wow. Okay, this is when I start looking.
Wow, this is amazing.
Wow. Hello.
Maybe we'll get to see some deer out here because we're the first ones.
So I think one of my first impressions of you was just you're pretty much an average regular guy. Like I didn't think like you put a lot of effort into your appearance or anything like that. You had I do remember you had like a mushroom haircut. We call it like a bowl-shaped haircut. I thought that was always strange because usually I would see that on younger kids or toddlers, right?
It was very popular in Korea, like Big Bang hairstyle, Big Bang, and
I don't think it was really attractive at all.
Oh, okay.
No, especially on you, like the head shape that you have now. I don't think it's
Asian style, huh?
It wasn't attractive at all. But you have this haircut. And I thought, like, maybe he wants to look younger. You have to be in your early 20s, but the haircut just didn't go well with your face. Also, your clothing style was just more comfortable, nothing really fashionable, flashy, or anything like that. It's just something, not a lot of effort you put into. You just probably open your closet and put on whatever looks nice and call it an outfit. Another thing I noticed about you is that your English was pretty low. So that was my first impression of you. At the time, we're both students, right? You were in exchange.
And you had spring break?
I was on spring break.
Oh, I remember the day. I want to practice my English, so I went out alone with my friends. I usually go out with my exchange student Korean friends. So I went to McDonald's in Chicago downtown, and it was practice my English. So I went to the cashier and order. Wow, it was very, very hard. Maybe I
McDonald's.
I stayed there for a very long time. So,
yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, and suddenly came, and then I don't remember what you said to worker.
The way how it happened is you were in front of the line struggling to order, and the line behind you was just forming longer and longer. So I just remember
that much longer.
There's at least 10 to 15 people waiting. Because I walked into the door, I walked into the entrance. And I was thinking, why is there such a long line? It must be rush hour. I waited a couple minutes and realized the line wasn't moving at all. I started looking over around people, and there you were, pointing at something, and the cashier was like going like this. I waited a few minutes to see if the line was going to move up. A couple of co-workers was going beside the guy that you're trying to talk to, and they're trying to figure out what you're saying. And so there's like 3 or 4 co-workers trying to figure out what you want.
I don't think 3 or 4 workers just there just talking to workers.
They were helping you. Maybe you didn't understand because...
But what I feel was, he was not really nice. Not nice.
I think he was trying. So that's when I came and how I'm like, maybe it's English.
You know what? I tried to explain to you, and then you understand well. And then the cashier didn't understand. That's different. So that's why I feel he was not really good. But you're very... Maybe your understanding is better than...
Well, the thing is, I have a lot of international friends, especially at that time from Thailand. And I know, like, if you can't communicate well, sometimes it feels like someone doesn't understand us or not trying to understand us.
I was nervous, and then I forget everything. And then you came and you helped me.
I finished in 1 minute. Like, I was done. Like, I was like, what do you want? Well, I didn't say it just like that. I was just like, so what would you like to order? I can help you out. And like, he was like pointing. I'm like, okay, let's get this. And then we went, I asked him, and that was
Even
it.
I didn't know what is sandwich and meal, right? In Korea, we just say hamburger and sets. I was just wanted to come out from the line because I was so nervous. So just
You were sweating, and your hands are sweating. Like, I saw how you were just like pointing to like what you wanted. And
I was a little shaky.
you were shaky too. I was like, oh my goodness, how long has this guy been in embarrassment here?
So I just want to come out from the line and receive hamburger and sit and eat. And then you take up, right? After I eat, and then I realized, I was appreciated from you, and then I should show my appreciation. But you are gone. Okay, she's gone, and then I eat, and I continue
your day
with alone. And I walk to the Millennium Park because near downtown there's Millennium Park, so it's really big, and Chicago Bean is there. It's also good photo stop.
The Chicago Bean, yeah.
So I walk there, and near there's table.
I was sitting down, eating, enjoying my time alone, away from the crowd, isolated.
I was sure, that was the woman, the girl helped me from McDonald's.
Are you sure you didn't stalk me or anything? Because like, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to go to this park. Like, how do you, out of the whole city, how do we run into each other again?
It was really coincidence.
You sure?
You told me that it's like stalking, right? But
it could be stalking, it happens. But I wasn't attractive to you, right?
Yeah, right. Because your appearance was... it was not really my style.
You too. You weren't my style as well. You were standing by me, I believe, and you were pretending to watch your phone. Like the typical person who always wants to talk to someone, they pretend they're looking at their phone. That's how most people would do it if they're shy. You were very shy. If you're nervous when you approach me.
Yeah. I pretend I was watching my phone, and you're... I didn't say like this. Right? I was nervous. Right? Excuse me, I'm the man maybe from McDonald's. Thank you for helping me.
I couldn't hear through all the thick noise of the crowd nearby. But you're talking so softly. I had to lean a little bit in to listen to you while you're shaking and nervously talking. I felt so bad for you. because it looks like you really trying hard in this conversation, and it's just like you don't know what else to say, and you're trying to hang on to this conversation hoping that it's interesting for me enough for me to hold on with you.
But your like attitude, like you come here to listen carefully, it also made me happy. Well, that's why I ask you number. So we have small talk. Like I'm from Korea, you're from Florida. I'm student. So like these kind of things also made me comfortable with your attitude, like listening carefully. And you give me number so easily.
But it's because we had small chat before. In the US, they would compliment me first and then ask for my phone number. I felt pressure at times to give my number. So people would compliment and then they ask my number, and I really don't want to. And
are you going to give me number if I'm not Korean?
if I'm interested in being friends, yes.
If I'm American and speak English very well.
If you only compliment me and wanted my phone number, I wouldn't give it to you probably.
Oh, I think this is
Most likely. You're lucky. High five.
wow.
Ah, one more time. Yes. Careful.
Oh, this guy.
Dun 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 dun.
No, Catherine, no.
Oh, are you okay?
Okay.
I have on video. Are you okay?
Because I moved my head down.
Have you ever asked anyone for their number before?
Oh, hola.
A lot?
Hola. Especially after military service. 2 years military service made me like, I want a woman, like I want a girlfriend. I really want a girlfriend, so I decided to get numbers from girls from outside.
No, you didn't.
I did, really.
No, you didn't. Nobody does that in Korea.
It's very common nowadays. It's very common.
No, it's not. If you did that, probably you'd be on the internet. People say avoid this guy at all
I
costs.
did it really. So what I did, I said I approached 20 girls outside, and I dressed them nicely. Hey, excuse me, you look pretty. I'd like to contact with you, and then can I get your number? So I approached 20 girls, and can you expect how many numbers I got?
0.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah. How did you know?
So how did it feel to be single?
So I failed, and so you know what girls did was 번호요? You know what is really? Oh yeah.
Oh, so I ended up with you.
It's maybe they feel that strange man or something strange.
Yeah,
in
of
religion.
course.
Yeah.
You probably wanted to. I don't know. You have some intentions.
So
Okay.
I learned good tip. Like start with small talk, not compliment, right?
Did someone dare you to do that? Is this true?
It's true. After military service, it was very. I can say it's very common for men after
Okay.
military service. Very confident because I'm skinnier and healthier body.
You were skinny.
Now I'm fat, but I was skinny. You remember?
Congratulations. High five.
I know that you're doing this.
I think you're just trying to look a little bit confident right now. I'm sorry to hear that. That's how your life was.
But I got your number so easily in America.
I should have denied you.
Yeah, I fly to America to get American's phone number. In Korea, so difficult. I got your number with the airplane ticket and tuition in America. Oh, I got your number.
We just started communicating with each other every day. And I think that's how we kind of grew on each other's personality. You chat with someone for a long time, it's like you become closer. So
Yeah, I use always translator when we have phone call or text. I always use translator, and I will always prepare what will be topic today.
oh my goodness.
K-pop or K-drama,
Movies,
or culture.
sports,
Yeah, usually that's
all those
the
topics.
common topic.
Not just Korean topics, but we talked about a lot of topics.
Yeah, American
family.
family.
Yeah.
What you are studying. try harder to communicate with you, it makes me I'm closer with you, and then I started to like you more. And then my goal was actually going America was to improve my English skill, and you helped me a lot and really kindly. And you are also a kind person, so it makes me fall in love with you.
4:35.
4:35
PM.
Why? Sun. Where is the sun? Where is the
The sun is behind buildings.
Wow. Beautiful sunset.
Oh, actually, it's 4:45 p.m. May 22nd, 2011.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. A combination of communicating, daily, going out to restaurants, parks.
Ah, yeah.
It was just really fun. It was really fun. And
Diana. Hi, Diana.
this firework.
Firework. Hi. 안녕, 친구들.
Oh, there's birds. Wow. Wow, so many birds.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes, it's really beautiful. I love it. I think that's how we agreed to like each other. We were just hanging out as friends, but I think as time went by, I was like, maybe he's not so bad after all. Like, he's a really great person.
Good moment. There was a lot of festival, jazz festival in Chicago, and beer festival also good.
Jazz festival.
I like the there are many jazz festival, daytime and evening time. I really love the music also. It gave me a lot of impression I cannot do in Korea.
We had a lot of fun in Chicago. We used to take the train out to different places, and we used to go to the Chinatown over there, and there's this dim sum restaurant. We go there all the time and have some dumplings.
아, Phoenix dim sum.
That was great. That was pretty good.
Phoenix dim sum restaurant, that's good. Then we also hang out with my friends. My friend also really like you because you are very open-minded to Korean culture. And when we eat raw sushi, we went to restaurant together. Even you don't eat fish, like raw fish, but you eat other things. It also really good. You are opening. You are caring what we like. So my friend also like you. Diana is a good friend.
동영상.
Whoa, awesome.
Hey, Korea star Jinu Park. Music video.
Oh, I thought you taking pictures.
Music video.
There are a lot of Miller's beer in here. What is your opinion?
I want Miller's.
Miller.
Did I have before? I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh, so good, so good.
Right on. I remember
Whoa.
Oh, next time you haven't been in years.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
Spread out along the
sorry.
glass panels will be in this room for the next couple
Can I
days.
also reach the flag application here?
Okay.
I was thinking.
Wow.
I think that you are nervous to meet my friends because I heard I saw your face. You're a little hesitated to meet my friends.
I think it's just a combination of I didn't really know everyone, and there's probably like 10 different people, And every time we met as this big group. And so it's hard to get to know everyone. I knew me out of the whole group, I think I was able to get closer out maybe 3 or 4 people. And everyone else was just like there. At the end of your Chicago visit as an exchange student, it was time to go back home. And it's time for me to go back home.
Yeah, even we are having good time, dating, riding together, sharing about the time was coming. You know, the time that I should go back to Korea. The time was coming because I should continue my school in Korea. Oh, we are young and we didn't have jobs, so it's like we didn't know clearly what should happen to be together in the future. But what I can do was promise that I'll be together with you. Maybe in Korea or maybe in America again. But that's what I was really sad at the airport.
We knew it was coming soon, and it was like, well, the day has finally come. We're here. We made it here. To maintain this relationship would be very costly. We have to meet in order to build more memories.
Right. And so it's very costly. Like 1,400 to go America, Korea.
I think so. And as students, that's quite a lot.
Of course.
It's pretty much our parents' money.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was thinking. Like, I hope that we can maintain this with the help of our parents. So anyways, and we're just like holding each other's hands like this, like
We'll be together.
we're gonna be together. Don't cry. We're gonna meet in a couple months.
I was not crying.
And honestly, never saw a guy cry
No.
before. I was like, oh my god,
No.
he's like really crying.
No, I never cried.
And I really appreciate that because I never had anyone cry.
That's right.
Like that.
I cried.
We flew back and then we finished our studies as exchange students. Not exchange students, you finished your studies over in Korea and I went back to my university. When you went back to Korea, what happened?
I continued my class. And we contact each other more.
Everyday Skype, video calls.
Yeah, morning to night.
Morning to night. Even if we're not talking, we just
I remember,
silence.
Yeah, we also turn on the phone with Skype video and then fall asleep.
Hear each other snoring.
We contact each other always, and we dream about future. And we planning. After I graduate, maybe apply this country.
Live in America, live in Korea.
And what kind of job we'll do. It's like we plan together about future. Right?
We were trying to plan about like what countries to live in. But at that time, why did you meet your ex-girlfriend? Do you remember that? This was like a couple weeks into going back into
you
Korea.
remember?
Right?
Okay. There are reasons. Okay, first, my parents. And second is my ex contact me.